Good evening, everybody. It's quite an evening here in Aylmer tonight. It's almost surreal, not unexpected, but still, when it happens, somewhat unnerving to realize that this is where we are in Canada. Tonight, the Aylmer police are going door to door of anyone that they can identify that was at the church service at the Church of God in Aylmer on Sunday, and handing out tickets, trying to catch people outside, banging on doors, screaming, "Open up in the name of the law." Just, real Stasi, Gestapo antics as they're going from house to house, and they locate addresses in town of those that they believe were identified on a video to have been at the service on Sunday. And this is remarkable. Hi, Tracy. Thanks for joining. It's ridiculous to think of it. This is where we are in this country. People attended a church service on Sunday. Tonight, under cover of darkness, it's after 8 p.m. It's now 9 o'clock. And for the last hour, the police have been going house to house in Aylmer and banging on doors and stopping in people's homes and giving them a ticket for attending a church service. Whether they were inside on the tour that took place or whether they were on the parking lot, it doesn't matter. If they can locate you, they're going to give you an $880 ticket for violating the Reopening of Ontario Act, which closes Ontario more than it does anything else. But that's where we are. So just a quick update here. I'm just sitting here on one of the streets. The police are just driving by. I'll flip the camera around. You can see they're there behind the sign. They're just pulling out from one of the church family's homes, or they're just turning right on the highway there, and off to the next home to hand out tickets. And so you can see them pulling away. I don't know who's next, if they're heading to the pastor's home or where they're going. But they've been at numerous of those families' homes now that were there on Sunday at the service, and handing them fines. One couple just stepped out of their home and they just sneaked up to them and served them right at their car. Another couple, they assumed they were home. The couple decided not to open the door, as we have the legal right not to do. Remember, we're dealing with a Provincial Offences Act. This is a caliber of ticket like a speeding ticket. This is not a crime, but they're treating it like a crime and telling people, banging on their doors, yelling out, "This is the Aylmer police, open up in the name of the law," pounding on doors and windows in people's homes. And that's what they're doing right now as we speak. They were just at another of my friend's home here and just left. And even though he's on the health and safety team, which is legal and required to be on site for parking directions, gave him a ticket and said, well, it doesn't matter. Anybody that was outside of their cars is getting a ticket. And that's how we roll in Canada. So it's rather surreal and ridiculous that this is where we've come to, but that's where they are. They seem to take special pleasure in doing that. The chief here has, we've received leaked emails that he's had private communication with people and said that he is going to stop this group no matter what. He is going to take down the pastor and stop him. So this is now a personal vendetta from the Aylmer police chief to Pastor Hildebrand, because he says the people of Aylmer are demanding this action. Interestingly enough, on the other hand, we're getting a lot of communication from the people of Aylmer that are very unhappy with what the police force is doing. And this is not necessarily a vendetta against each individual officer, although each individual officer will be responsible for what they're doing, because just following orders doesn't cut it anymore. You're going to have to actually do what your conscience tells you to do, and you will need to follow what is actually right, not just what is in some emergency order issued by an undemocratic and totalitarian government. And that's what these officers don't realize, is they'd rather have their sunshine list paycheck and instead of actually standing up for the truth. So for those that have just joined, hey Kyle, Raphael, others, thanks for tuning in. But police in Aylmer tonight going door to door started at 8 o'clock. Not totally unexpected, but still a surprise in the sense that it's shocking that this is where we are as a country, that police going door to door and pounding on doors, trying to catch as they step outside their home and serving them with a ticket, $880 for attending a church service. Evidently, crime is not an issue in Aylmer because they have the time to do that. So that's some of the good news, is that there's not a whole lot to do anymore besides enforcing unconstitutional orders. It seems that that is their main goal nowadays, and it's unfortunate because this would be the time for police officers to stand up and say, you know what, I'm not having any part of this anymore. And we only need a few of them to do that, and the dominoes would fall. And so, we're not worried about the fines. It's still unnerving, the principle that the police are coming to your door, pounding on your door, open up in the name of the law, literally is what they're doing tonight, and then handing you a ticket and saying you exceeded a worship service gathering limit of 10 people, and as such, we're going to give you a fine. So stay tuned. We might have some updates, watching a couple places here to see if they're going to go, who they're going to go after. But right now, they're seem like they're having a great time. They already threatened someone that was observing them and told them that they would be charged with obstructing justice if they so much as watch them give someone a ticket. So seems to be getting to their heads just a tiny little bit. So we'll see where this goes. But thanks each one of you for joining us, and we'll see how this goes as the Aylmer police are on a mass ticketing spree of churchgoers that went to a church service on Sunday. So welcome to Canada in 2021.